Good afternoon. It is Sunday, July 21, 2024, and I thought I would make a little round of the garden, see what's doing well and what's not doing well, which unfortunately is quite a few things. My green stalk, I'm really happy with my green stalk. It looks good. Hear the local drag strip in the background. They're running today. Daylily that I've had for years. Pot full of zinnias. Blueberry bush, which still has blueberries coming on it. Got a pot of ageratum, and I couldn't figure out what was growing in there with it. And then it occurred to me, that is the pot that I had a ginger plant in last year. And that is ginger coming up. So we'll see how that shakes out by the end of the season. Back here, this is a pot full of Sonnet, S-O-N-N-E-T, snapdragons. And it has just been the prettiest thing all season long. Little daylily still blooming. Echinacea, coneflower. I've been real happy with this pot all year too, but it looks like it's getting over. The roses are about done with their second blooming. They've been outperforming themselves this year. I love it. And over there, my garden, what's left of it. It's been a hard year. Everything got off to a bad start. My late husband was in the hospital when I should have been tending to all my seedlings. So I lost a lot of stuff and had to start over later in the year. That wasn't very good. Really kind of put everything behind. And this, I'm not quite sure what you could call this, but my late husband made that for me. And it used to have a clematis growing on it, but the clematis eventually died out. You know, these things happen. But I'm keeping it. I'll find something to do with it next year. Maybe set it down over top of a bucket or something with a vine. I have a girlfriend who she has seeds to some kind of vine that's just very prolific, so I think I'll get some off of her next year and see what happens. My poor little greenhouse. It's kind of messy. No point looking at it. Out here, I left this little corner of the garden. In years past, my late husband, who was in a wheelchair, when I say wheelchair, it was a power chair, he'd come out and we'd sit and we'd chat, you know. But now it's just me and the dog, who is around here somewhere. And since I lost so many vegetable seedlings, I just went with some flowers this year. Some impatiens. Finally got some basil to grow. I like pesto. So I'm planning on making another batch of that. Some more basil. That took a long time to get going. Tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes. And as you can see, they're there on the vine, but they're not getting big. So I don't know what's going to happen. I've already dug up 2 of them that wilted for some reason, wilted badly. These are Craig's Grande jalapeno peppers. and they're still doing okay. So I'm hoping to be able to make a batch of something that's called cowboy candy. It's candied jalapeno. I like it. But we still have a lot of flowers on there, so I'm very hopeful that I'm going to be able to do that. Some more basil down here. When I had to replant the basil, I went a little crazy, and I'm kind of glad I did, because you can make pesto and freeze it. Cucumbers. They're called Marketer. Marketer. And this is the first year I've planted them, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the last. I have one cucumber growing down here, and it is nothing to brag about. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Last year I planted straight 8s and they did better. Wax plants, begonias. These were my grandmother's favorite. She loved the red ones, so I plant them every year to honor her. And I have 2 pots. You probably can't see them, but I have 2 big pots that I take in every winter that I take cuttings off of in the spring. That is a California Wonder bell pepper. I hope it does something. It's a kind of salvia. This is gourds. You can see the little gourd down in there. I've never grown them before, but I thought I would. And they're not getting very big, so I don't know what's going to happen there. This is a different kind of salvia. First time I've seen it that had 2 colors on. Spaghetti squash. This is the big success of the garden this year. All of that is spaghetti squash. It's just gone wild. I love it. There's another big one. I have so many spaghetti squash in there. I'm going to be sharing out with my neighbor. Strawberry bed, something like the deer got in there and just decimated the strawberry plants. But they're coming back, and I'm taking off the runners as fast as I can and adding them to the green stalk. These are Jetstar tomatoes, and I have already removed several plants. These are supposed to be like a nice slicing tomato. Look how small they are. So I don't know what to say about that, except when we had the heat wave in June, it hit at the worst time possible. And the vincas are doing well. A couple more little peppers. There again, they were planted late, but it looks like right in there I have a flower that's going to come, so it's possible. And that is about it for the garden. Not a really good showing for all the work that went into it. But this has been a strange year. A very, very strange year.